This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Kyle just lets him play.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Dribble to the side so they got trapped.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
At this time, we have a public presentation. February 6, 2019 marks the third
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
NGWSD. For more than 3 decades, this celebration has empowered women and girls to get moving, reap the benefits of physical activity, push past their limits in both sports and in life. The confidence, strength, and character gained through sports and physical activity are the very tools girls need to become strong leaders in their own lives and in the world. This year's NGWSD theme is Lead Her Forward. To honor many ways that sports push girls and women to achieve excellence.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
The Women's Sports Foundation applauds the vital role played by the individuals and organizations championing girls and women in sports. They advocate seeking to protect Title IX and advance gender equality. Athletes using their powerful platform to inspire greatness, and coaches working daily to unlock girls' limitless capabilities. This year, NGWSD celebrates all the girls and women across the nation, leading us forward into a bright future. We would like to honor at this time
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
activities offered here at our school. And we'd like them to go out, have, work, and meet Coach Steiner. They are Michaela Cassidy, Teresa Contreras, Cassandra Kilrock, and Savannah Lassou. Thank you, ladies. Let's give a round of applause. Take a picture right there, please. Face the camera, girls.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Good action photo. There you go. Thank you, ladies. With that, tonight is the last regular season home game for four seniors involved in the Mount Vernon Finance girls basketball program. These players were sixth graders when this co-op began. We'd like to recognize these seniors for their many contributions during the past 4 years. This group has been an absolute pleasure
This
to
is a
coach.
demonstration of Wirecast.
The leadership that they have passed on. They are great students, dedicated athletes, and even better people. At this
What's the
time,
girl's first name?
join your daughters at fifth court and proceed out there with them. Kaylee Fox is the daughter of Sean and Mike Fox. Kaylee has been part of the MVG basketball program for 3 years. Kaylee is also involved in volleyball and choir. In the fall, Kaylee plans on pursuing a nursing degree at STI.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Please stay out there with the group photo. Cindy Talana is the daughter of Amy and Dale Talana. Cindy has been a part of the MVP basketball program for 4 years. Cindy is also active in volleyball, golf, and choir. Cindy plans on attending Southwest State University in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, Cindy Talana.
So now what's this one?
This is the senior
Michaela Cassidy.
basketball.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Michaela has been involved in the basketball program for 4 years. Michaela stays active in other activities like choir and band. Michaela plans on attending Southeast Technical Institute where she will be studying to be a surge tech. Ladies and gentlemen, Michaela Cassidy. Haley Waltz is the daughter of Carmen and Travis Waltz. Haley has been a part of the girls basketball program for 4 years. Haley has been
This is is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Haley has been accepted at SDSU and Cavaliers State and currently undecided where she will attend. Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Wallace. The MVP coaches and fans would like to congratulate these outstanding student athletes for the many hours of commitment to the MVP Texas basketball program. Thank you, seniors. Thank you, parents. Best of luck to you in the future, Coach Christensen. Thank you.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
The cheerleaders too, then?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So where'd he go? What's his name?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
That's what I thought.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Who are your officials?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Who was the second one? I got Schoenfelder and Dow. Who was the one in the middle? Justice? Justice.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. demonstration of Wirecast.
Can you hear anything? Check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Do you want to find him? Because I think Kars wants me to start.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. 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 demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Where is he? Where is he? Why are you running it?
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Welcome and good evening. We're just getting set here for Titan basketball here at Plankington. We're just doing some final checks on the system. If you have any problems with the system, if you know of somebody
This is a
here,
demonstration
call the
of
school or
Wirecast.
call them and let them come up and tell us. Last time we had a little bit of problem with the batteries, and we lost some production, and the system kicked us out because we're on one of the programs that is monitored after 6 o'clock at the school. And so we had a few problems. So we're set to go here. We have the 7 and 11
This is a demonstration of
bottom
Wirecast.
Cavaliers, the girls, and against the 9 and 6 Mount Vernon Plankington Titans. A little recap from the year for the teams. Both teams lost to Kimball White Lake, Gregory, and Hanson during the season. The Cavaliers lost to Chamberlain and Wagner, while Plank Mount Vernon beat both Chamberlain and Wagner, and they both lost to Winner. So the
This
teams
is
should
a
be fairly
demonstration of
evenly
Wirecast.
matched. It looks like some of the scores for the Cavaliers a little bit lopsided, where we had victories, but every night they say you got to play the game. So in about 30 seconds here, we'll start the starting lineups, and we'll get the show on the road. Tonight's officials are Steve Schoenfelder, Jordan Gow, and Justice Morrison. I think they're
This
all
is
pretty
a
much local
demonstration of
area
Wirecast.
gentlemen, and I've seen these girls play at some point during the year. So we're just about ready to start here. We'll probably start with the national anthem with Gary Christensen making the announcement.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Placing your right hand over your heart and facing the flag for the duration of the national anthem.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Again, welcome to Dave Grody, Pat Phillips Gym here in Plankington. We'll get set to start with the starting lineups. We're introducing the cheerleaders. Breesas Contreras, Cassandra Gerlach,
This is a demonstration of
Hilda
Wirecast.
Aries, Lexi Goldhammer, and Peyton Gortmaker. And they're coached by Jen Gendon. Here's the starting lineup. A 5'6" senior guard, number 4, Emily Kapp.
This is a
A
demonstration of
5'7" sophomore
Wirecast.
guard, number 5, Hannah Chuka. A 5'7" junior guard, number 10, Sierra Himes.
And a forward, a 5'11" sophomore, number 3, Mackenzie Carson. The Lady Cavaliers are coached by Tara Ronke and assisted by Ashley Armstrong. And now,
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
The last two are a 5'9" sophomore guard, number 11, Jenna Albers, and a 5'11" sophomore center, Mackenzie Carson. For us, number 2, Haley Walls. Number 4, Hallie Schmidt.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Number 45, Caitlin Briggs. Number 10, Michaela Cassidy. And number 15, Daisy Rahonic. Coaches for both teams. Head coach is Tara Ronk and assisted by
This is a
Ashley Armstrong.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Head coach for the Titans, Preston Christensen. Darcy Dinards, Max Schaefer, Mary Lawson, Cami Walls, all assistants. Set to jump, and the ball is controlled by the Cavaliers. Albers with the ball down low. Shot up by Carson, and ball
This is
turned
a
over.
demonstration of Wirecast.
It'll be Cavalier ball over on the left side, right in front of the Titan bench. Inbound the ball is Cap. Cap inbounds the ball to Chuka. Chuka to Carson. Turns the ball over. Cassidy gets it over to Walls. Walls brings it up past half court over to Hallie Schmidt. Back to Walls on the top. She brings it around to the left side. Back up to Schmidt. They're
This
looking
is a
down to
demonstration of
Rahonic in the
Wirecast.
middle. Cassidy underneath the basket. Looked like there was a little bit of a reach in there, but apparently not. Carson comes up with the ball. Bringing the ball up court is Hines, and shot by Cap. Out of bounds. Earlier tonight, we recognized our seniors. Kaylee Fox, Sydney Talam, Michaela Cassidy, and Haley Walls.
This
Titans
is a
on the rebound.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Ball brought up by Walls. Over to the right side, hands it off to Schmidt. Schmidt passes it across to Rahonic. Down to the corner to Walls. She's looking inside. And she's going to put the ball up from three. And ball rebounded by Carson. Over to Albers. Albers brings the ball up past half court, guarded by Rahonic. She dribbles behind her back and then looks like to make a run. It's cut short by Walls. Chuka with the ball over
This is
to
a demonstration of
Albers.
Wirecast.
And she's directing traffic, trying to get people where he wants them. Over to Cap. Cap down to Carson. Carson out to Chuka. Chuka back up to ball intercepted it as the pass went inside by Caitlin Briggs. Walls brings it up. She's going to be guarded by Cap. A little bit of contact up there, but the referee's just letting it go. Cassidy down to into Caitlin Briggs, comes up in the hands of Emily
This
Cap.
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
A little bit of a high pass there. Albers with the ball. She's going to be the ball handler for the night. She gets it across court to Cap. Back to the ball goes to Chuka. Back to Albers. Albers into the corner to, and a hit of three. First points of the game by number 10, Himes. 3-0 in favor of the Cavaliers. Albers brings it up past half court.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Closely guarded. I don't even see a 5-second count, but backdoor pass up to Himes. She misses. Rebounded by Briggs. Briggs gets it to Walls. Walls brings it up past half court. She'll be guarded by Cap. Back to Walls up at the point. Back to Schmidt. Down to Cassidy. Nope, Rahonic. Schmidt up for a long three. Drops in. Rebounded by Himes. Himes is going to bring the ball up. Stop.
Of Wirecast.
Over to Albers. She brings it across half the timeline. Rahonic gets her hands on the ball, but goes into Himes. Down to Carson. She gives a little shove off and gets a little space underneath. Schmidt comes up with the rebound. Back to Walls. Over to the left side to Schmidt. Back up to the Walls. Down to the corner to Schmidt. They're looking inside for Caitlin Briggs, and they've got him fronted and backed.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
She's going to have to be a little more active than what she's doing. Their countdown has started. 4, 3. And she tosses it up. And not the shot selection, I'm sure, that Coach Christensen wanted. I think after the timeout, we'll see Reagan Clues and Emily Fox come into the game.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Reagan is a junior, and Emily Fox is a 7th grader. So you know who called that timeout? Was it Christensen? I want to say that timeout was called by
This
Coach
is a
Christensen.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Albers brings it up past half court over to Himes. Himes, little stag into Carson. Looking a little high-low game. Carson puts up a wild shot. Ball run down by Carson herself. She gets it, passes it over to Cap. Cap puts it up, misses the basket completely. Clues comes up with the rebound. And they're going to Pass comes over to Clues. Clues is going to dribble up. Roddick sets a pick
This is a
over to
demonstration
Walls.
of
Walls is going to put the
Wirecast.
ball down. And the ball was tipped out by Albers. It'll be Titan ball over in the right side of the floor. They get the ball into Walls. She's looking. And it's tipped out again. On the hustle was for the Cavaliers was Albers. Clues will inbound the balls to Walls. And the countdown has
This
started.
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And Emily Fox will go baseline. And Walls will put it up from the outside. Ball chased down by Caitlin Briggs. Rahanic passed it back out to Fox and take the ball. Reagan Clues is going to try her hand. Misses it. Rebounded by Walls. And I think we're going to get a foul here on number 10, Himes. Her first foul, team first foul.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
That'll send Walls to the line to shoot 2. As she hits her first points of the game for the Titans. I wish I had percentages on the girls and their shots, and misses the second. So 3-1 with 2:45 left in the first quarter. Albers guarded by Fox. Rahanic guarding.
This
Cav.
is a demonstration of
Pass
Wirecast.
down. And Carson with the rebound. Briggs comes up with the ball. She gets it out to Fox. And the Titans should run whenever she touches the ball. Goes through Rahanic's hands and goes out of bounds. 2 more come back in. Off the court go Briggs and Rahanic. In come Cassidy and Schmidt. Albers brings the ball up past half court. Cavaliers guarded by
This is a
Fox.
demonstration of
Tipped the
Wirecast.
ball there. And she's going to put pressure on. Ball goes in. Cassidy intercepts the pass into Carson. Schmidt with the ball. She's going to run up court. Gets it to Fox in the middle of the floor. Over to the left side to Walls. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt to Fox as they do their weave. Back in the corner to Clues. Post goes down. And it's blocked out of bounds by number 3.
This is a demonstration
Mackenzie
of
Carson.
Wirecast.
Cassidy sets to inbound the ball. Out to Schmidt. Schmidt puts up a 3-pointer, and she nets it. Hallie Schmidt, 3, puts the Titans in the lead. 4-3. Carson put the ball on the floor, and it's tipped away by Cassidy. Clues came up with it, and she gets it to Walls. Walls brings it up past half court. Fox will just bring the ball to the top, and it goes
This
down
is
over
a
to
demonstration
Clues
of
into Cassidy.
Wirecast.
She's going to look, stumbles through the lane, and gets the bucket. Michaela Cassidy with her first 2 points. 6-3. So the Titans have scored more points in the last minute than they've scored in the first 5. Cassidy ends up with the ball, brings it to Fox. She'll bring it up the left side. She's going to be covered by Cap. Cap is cut off by Chuka. Ball
This
comes over
is
to
a
Clues. Clues gets it
demonstration
into
of
Cassidy.
Wirecast.
Cassidy goes down. Gets knocked out of her hand by Cap. Fox with the ball. She's going to throw it down in the corner to Schmidt. She's going to light it up from the other side. Gets a little kiss. Her second 3-pointer. 9-3. Timeout called by a 30-second timeout called by the Cavaliers with 36 seconds left in the first quarter. So
This is a
Titans have
demonstration
done all
of
their scoring here in the
Wirecast.
last 3 minutes before the end of the quarter. A free throw by Walls, and then a bucket by Cassidy, and 2 3-pointers by Hallie Schmidt give us the lead. Sarah Himes is the only scorer for the Cavaliers right now. She hit the 3-pointer over here on the right-hand side of the floor for the Cavaliers. Carson inbounds the ball to Himes. She'll bring the ball up, guarded by Fox.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Now into Carson off a little pick, and she gets her first points of the game. So 9-5 with 16 seconds left. Schmidt with the ball. She's going to bring it back around. She gets it over to Fox. Looks inside to Maria. Who scored that? Emily Fox with the score.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And there's the end of the first quarter, 12-5. So to recap the first half scoring for the Cavaliers, you got 2 points by Mackenzie Carson, the sophomore center, and a three-pointer by
This is a
junior
demonstration
guard,
of Wirecast.
Sarah Himes. For the Titans, you have 1 point on a free throw by Haley Walls, 2 3-pointers by Hallie Schmidt, 2-pointer by Michaela Cassidy, and a 3-pointer by Emily Fox. And that brings our total to 12-5. Also tonight, we have the Girls and Women's in Sports Day.
This
Recognize
is a
character and physical
demonstration of
activity
Wirecast.
for women to recognize their potential. We recognize Savannah Razoo, Brias Contreras, Cassandra Gerlach, and Michaela Cassidy. Back to the game. Rahanic dribbles in, and 2 points by Sydney Talam. Himes into Albers.
This is a
Carson into
demonstration
the
of
corner to
Wirecast.
Rebounded by Briggs. The shot was put up by Cap. Walls brings the ball up past half court, hands it off to Rahanic, and she's going to be called for a traveling. Had a little bit of a gate there. Now into the game for our Cami Sakura and number 21. I hope I'm pronouncing this. Jordy Vavruska.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And it's Sakura with the ball. That was 2 points by Carson. 7-14. Walls with the ball up top. Also into the game is number 22, Kaylee Fox. Rahanic dribbles, reverses, and his ball rebounded by Carson. She gets it over to Himes. Himes brings it right up to the point, and looking inside, she gets it down to the
This is a demonstration of
Sakura.
Wirecast.
She is a freshman for the Cavaliers. Walls brings it up, hands it off to Rahanic. She's going to dribble back to the Walls on the left-hand side. Cross-court pass to Kaylee Fox. Ball knocked out of bounds by Albers. Titan ball on the left side of the or right side of the floor. Ball gets inside to Caitlin Briggs. She kicks it back out to Kaylee
This
Fox.
is a
Ball is
demonstration
blocked
of
by
Wirecast.
Albers. It'll be Titan ball again with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ball inbounded to Walls. She brings it up, hands it off to Fox as the countdown begins. They're going to put pressure, and the time runs out. It was a nice pass, but they got to realize how much time's left on the clock. Caitlin Briggs would have had her first 2 points.
This is a
She
demonstration
comes off
of
the court.
Wirecast.
Back into the game comes Michaela Cassidy. So Himes brings the ball up. She's going to be guarded by Rahanic. Over to Albers, guarded by Walls. The Titans are kind of playing a little bit of a 3-2 type of trap or zone. And they're fronting the post inside. Ball goes into Himes, out to Carson. Carson to Albers. They look like they're the primary players for the Cavaliers. Ball is tipped by Rahanic. She's looking to hand
This
it off to
is a
somebody. Gives it off to
demonstration of
Cassidy. Cassidy
Wirecast.
throws it all the way across court to Walls. And closely guarded there by Veruska. I apologize now if I'm not pronouncing it right. And there's going to be a foul down here on Elbers. Her first foul, team's second foul. A little reach-in foul. And it looks like a wholesale
This
exchange.
is a demonstration
Rahonic,
of Wirecast.
Fox come off back in. And Schmidt puts the ball up right away. On the floor for the Titans now are Clues, Cassidy, Schmidt, Briggs, and Fox. Down to the corner to Veruska. Veruska down to Elbers. Elbers puts a shot up from about 15 feet. Rebounded by Emily Fox. She's going to bring the ball. She's going to push it up the middle. Coming up from behind is
This is a
Sakura.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Doesn't get the ball. Clues with the ball on the left side. Back up to Fox. They're looking inside. She's got to be a little more active and want just on the inside. Ball comes into Cassidy. She's going to have, blocked by Himes and Carson. Himes with the ball. She's going to pass it up to Elbers, race it up the right side. She goes past Clues and puts it up over Briggs. And Elbers with her first 2 points of the game.
This is a demonstration
Score is
of
now
Wirecast.
14-9. Ball over to Schmidt. Schmidt back down to Fox in the corner. Looking inside. She throws it kind of up in the middle, which is a good play. Shot goes up. And they call traveling on Briggs. I thought maybe the one girl had tripper. Now into the game for Cassidy is Maria Baker. She is a freshman, 5'7" freshman. She had some good minutes the other night, playing some good defense,
This
got a
is
couple points, I
demonstration
think.
of Wirecast.
And I think right now you got your most aggressive defensive team on the floor. In the past, these girls have worn out defensively the other team. Over here to Clues. Clues up to Briggs. Briggs to Maria Baker. Inside. Now they get the matchup. Going to kick it back out to Schmidt. Inside-outside game. Ball comes off the front. Rebounded by Clues. Over to Fox in the corner. She's going to put it up, and she lights it up.
Wirecast.
So Emily Fox gets her second three-pointer of the game and stretches the lead to 17-9. Ball to Carson. Carson's going to dribble up. She puts up a runner. Rebounded by Clues. Knocked out of her hand by Sakura. But it goes out of bounds, and it's Titan ball. Back into the game are number 5 and number 4, Cap and Chuka. Fox brings the ball up past the timeline. And
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Cap goes out and puts a little token defense on. Ball intercepted. Pass was going down to Baker in the corner by Elbers. Elbers going to whip the ball up court. Goes through Cap's hands. Out of bounds. Titan ball. 2:50 left in the second quarter. Ball into Fox. She trots it up court past the timeline over here to Clues. Clues going to reverse her direction. Fox thought about putting up the three. Back
This
out
is a
front to,
demonstration
they've overloaded
of
the one
Wirecast.
side. Back over to Clues on the right side into Briggs. She's going to put the ball down. She's got no room to put the ball down. She's just going to have to turn and square and shoot. I believe there was a traveling call. And we've got a couple substitution. Walls back in the game. Rahonic back into the game. As Elbers brings the ball up past half court.
This is a
And
demonstration of Wirecast.
Babuska travels, gives the big fake, and takes one extra big step. Walls will bring the ball up past half court. Schmidt on the right side, and the ball comes over to Dace Rahonic. And the ball trips up. Ball passed up to Elbers. She's going to run. She's deceptively faster. She's going to get two shots. Two girls down there for the Looks like it
This
was
is
on
a
number.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Yes, it is. Haley Schmidt with her first, or Hallie Schmidt with her first foul. And Jenna Elber's first one goes off. Her second one, up and good. That gives her 3 points on the game. 17-10 in favor of the Titans. Walls over to Schmidt on the left side. She
This
dribbles
is
up.
a demonstration
Closely
of
guarded by Cap.
Wirecast.
Inside goes to Maria Baker, and she is fouled. Looks like the foul goes on, I'm going to say, Janae Elbers. That would be her second in very short time. And Maria Baker, the freshman, misses her first one. Off goes Hallie Schmidt. In comes Emily Fox.
This is a
And looks like
demonstration
Caitlin
of
Briggs set to come in
Wirecast.
for the shooter. Maria's shot is up and good. Her first points of the game. 18-10 as Caitlin Briggs comes back on. Pretty much the starters and Emily Fox. Albers brings it up, guarded by Fox. They're going to jump. They just kind of cut her loose and let her go and play defense. She's got good hands. Ball tipped out of Cap's hands. Goes into Caitlin Briggs' hand. Cap is going to closely guard Haley Walls as she comes past
This
half
is a
court. And she's
demonstration
going to
of
drive all the way, blocked
Wirecast.
by Carson down here. Ball taken up by Elbers. And she's going to pass it over to, looks like, Cap. And she kind of stumbles and dribbles and gives it to Walls, back up to Fox. She's going to come up and just crank it up. And she hits her third three-pointer of the game. That's the seventh grader. She closely guards, and she's got 9 points. Closely guarded. Walls is going to take over the guarding of Elbers.
This is
Ball
a
pass cross
demonstration
court
of
to
Wirecast.
it looked like Veruska, and she misses, and ball put back up. And it looked like number 5, Chuka, got her first 2 points of the game. 21-12. 46 seconds left in the half. Down to Fox, into Briggs. And Briggs backs her in, and Caitlin Briggs with her first 2 points. 23-12. Ball up court to, Fox, I tell you what, she has quick hands. Ball goes all the way up to Veruska. Veruska.
This
Ball comes
is a
over to Fox with
demonstration
25
of
seconds.
Wirecast.
She'll slow it down, gets the ball inside to Cassidy, and there's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Titan ball. Earlier, when I thought it was a turnover, that must have been a jump ball. Cassidy will set to put the ball in. So with 21 seconds left, ball goes into Fox. She shoots that little mid-range jumper. She has 11 points. Ball up to
This is a
Veruska.
demonstration
Veruska up to
of
Elbers from the top of the
Wirecast.
key. Off the front of the rims, Briggs with the rebound. 5, 4, 3, 2. And she steps back, Fox, and it bounces off the heel of the rim. So at halftime, it is 25-12 in favor of the Titans. Do a quick recap here of the scoring for the Cavaliers with 4 points is Mackenzie Carson. Hannah Chuka has 2. Sierra Himes has 3.
This is a demonstration
And
of Wirecast.
Janae Elbers has 3 for 12 points for the Lady Cavaliers. Scoring for the Titans, Haley Walls has 2. Hallie Schmidt has 6 points, both 3-pointers. Maria Baker adds 1 free throw. Michaela Cassidy's got 2 points. Emily Fox has 11. Sydney Talam has 2. And Caitlin Briggs with 2. These are unofficial totals, but that's where I keep the score.
This is a
So we have
demonstration
about
of Wirecast.
9.5 minutes before the start of the second half, and we'll take a break here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline, sportsmanship, and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages and fewer disciplinary problems.
Number 3.
High school sports help fight teen obesity and substance abuse.
Here's number 4.
High school sports provide wholesome, constructive after-school activity, perfect for today's families.
And number 5.
And high school sports are safer than ever before. Injury surveillance and research, better equipment, and the continuing education programs for coaches provided by state and national athletic associations have made high school sports safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in South Dakota is this: without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Mount Vernon Gas and Oil, a family-owned and operated business you've come to trust for the last 33 years. Mount Vernon Gas and Oil provides all your general car service needs to get you back on the road. With a large selection of truck beds and trailers, they will have what you are looking for. Inside, you will find a wide variety of cards, perfect for any holiday or occasion. Don't forget to grab a snack and drink for the road. Mount Vernon Gas and Oil is the place to go, located at 104 South Earl Street in Mount Vernon, South Dakota. Give them a call today at 605-236-5369.
Your local Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator offers a wide variety of services and support. With harvest around the corner, we offer extended hours and a helping hand to maximize your profit. With our new fertilizer warehouse, we're ready to help when you need us and can make it easy with free farm delivery. Offering feed for your cattle, crystallized brand minerals, and we also have creek feeders available for rent and delivered straight to your farm. Farmers Elevator, helping you with all of your agriculture needs since 1902. Give us a call at 605-236-5233. Your local
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in South Dakota, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So, where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Vernite GM of Mitchell has the right team for the game of life, no matter what the season. From tailgate parties to the final seconds, Vernite GM of Mitchell has you covered with a game-winning lineup from Chevy, Buick, and GMC. Get the home team advantage in selection, sales, and service every time, no matter where you're from. Experience our entire starting lineup on the lot or online anytime at VerniteGM.com. Win big with Vernite GM of Mitchell. Big city inventory, small town pricing.
Right now is a great time to be planning for the next growing season. Fall fertilizer application can give your crops a strong start in the spring. Because the nutrients available and needed in each field vary, your Agtegra agronomist can help determine your specific nutrient needs and the benefits of applying them now. To optimize your inputs for next year's crop, Contact your Agtegra agronomist for details or visit agtegra.com today.
And now, on to the markets. Bean prices remain the same as expected, and those...
Beans? Let's talk about trucks. Get bushels of savings on new Chevy and GMC trucks all month long at Bernardi GM in Mitchell. Choose from over 120 heavy and light-duty trucks in stock or arriving soon. Silverado, Sierra, Colorado, or Canyon. Your new truck is waiting at Bernardi GM in Mitchell. Shop on the lot or online anytime at BernardiGM.com. Big city inventory, small town pricing.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like
Before the start of the
self-discipline,
second
sportsmanship,
half.
and time management skills.
2.
Again, we understand that we are having some technical difficulty, that things are popping up, and we are aware of it, and we're trying to correct those things. You'll just have to bear with us. We were having some timing out issues. We don't know if it's where the problem is occurring, so it's beyond this announcer's control. So again, for the Titans, Haley Walls had a free throw. She had got fouled on the shot, and she made one of the 2. Hallie Schmidt has hit 2 3-pointers. Maria Baker, the freshman, she's got a free throw. Michaela Cassidy's got 2. Emily Fox is the story, is that she's already got 11 points in the first half. And then Sydney Talam got 2, and Caitlin Briggs got 2. The Titan offense is looking to try and get the ball inside to Briggs, but I think both these teams are very strong defensive teams, and I think we're just slightly, right now, I think we're just slightly better shooters than the Cavaliers at this point. And but we're trying to get the ball inside. The Cavaliers haven't even come out of the locker room yet. There's about 50 seconds, so I would assume that they're going to run out and try and get the game going. Again, the sophomore, Mackenzie Carson, she leads scores for the Cavaliers. She's got 4. Hannah Chuka, the sophomore, she's got 2. The junior, Sierra Himes, she's got 3. And the other sophomore, Janae Elbers, has 3 points. They're back on the floor now. I'm assuming that they'll probably bring out their starters. So the first quarter ended in the score of 12-5, and the Titans have extended that gap to 25-12. So we'll see if they continue on this pace, or we'll see what happens. I see the Cavalier boys are down here on the far end. I know the weather's bad, and the crowd from Bonham isn't very scanty, but I know that also road conditions were not favorable for a large crowd to show up. So it'll be, at halftime here, it will be the Cavalier ball, as Himes inbounds the ball to Elbers. She reverses, and she puts up the little 5-foot runner and gets it. As Daisy Rahane gets the rebound, she gets it to Fox and brings it up past half court. Over to Walls. Walls back up to Rahane at the point. Cap putting on pressure, two hands. One of the rules of emphasis this year was putting two hands on a player, but I see it more and more and called less and less as the season has gone on. Rahonic is tripped up by Cap, but no foul called. Ball's dribbled down on the bottom by Chuka. She gets it over to Elbers. Back up to the point to Himes into Carson. And Cap dribbles, bounces off the side of the backboard, rebounded by Himes, and she gets the first 2 points of the second half. Himes with 2 points now brings the score 25-14. Rahonic with the ball comes around. Walls gets Albers up in the air, dribbles in and passes it to Briggs. It looks like that foul will go on number 10. Let's see, it goes on number 4. My fault. It goes on Emily Cap. It's her first foul, first team foul of the second half. Out to Fox, ball, and Fox has got 4 3-pointers. She's guarding Albers as she comes up past court. And up the ball goes by Chuka. Albers with the rebound. She puts it up. Briggs with the rebound, and she gets it out to Fox. She runs it up past half court. There's no slowing her down. It's all go. And they don't seem to want to call any contact up front. And she's going to put up another one, and she hits. She has 5 3-pointers. She has 17 points, and the score is 31-14. And they call a timeout. Called by a 30-second timeout. Called by Coach Tara Runk. So with 6:05 left in the third quarter, it is Titans 31 and the Cavaliers 14. As I said earlier tonight, we recognized our seniors. Kaylee Fox, Sydney Talam, Michaela Cassidy, and Haley Walls. They also recognized the Girls and Women's in Sports Day today and recognized for character and physical activities as we set to go back to the game. Himes set the rebound or inbound, gets it into Albers. Albers guarded by Fox, puts the ball behind her back a couple times, up by Chuka. Chuka bounces it off the top of the backboard, rebounded by Carson, and Mackenzie Carson gets her third 2-pointer of the game. She has 6 points now. Ball goes up to Rahonic. Rahonic back out to Reagan Clues, who's now in the game, and she'll be fouled by number 4, Emily Cap, the senior. That is her second foul and the team's second foul. Reagan Clues sets to shoot. She misses her first one.
This is a demonstration.
She's been a pretty good free throw shooter all year. And up and nets the second one, so Reagan Clues now has a point. And it should be 32-17, but they haven't changed the score. Cap with the ball. She gets across court and passes it. Picked over by Clues, who gets it up to Fox. She puts it up. Rebounded by Clues as it goes over the top of the rim. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mackenzie Carson. It'll be Titan ball right under the basket. Set to inbound the ball is Hallie Schmidt. They cross the court, weave, and the ball comes out to Clues in the corner, guarded by Cap. And she comes around the corner, tries to get the ball to Caitlin Briggs. Ball, after a little bit of a scrum there, is picked up by Fox, and then Schmidt launches one, bounces off the heel, rebounded by Himes. Himes brings it up the left court on the left side, out to Chuka, over to Albers. Albers back to Chuka, down in the corner to Himes. She looked like two girls were running to the same spot. Himes gets around Briggs, and Briggs comes up with the rebound. Fox brings the ball past half court, or the timeline, down to Clues. She's going to bring it back, closely guarded by Cap. There's a lot of contact there. I'm not going to say it's a foul because the referees are supposed to call it, but they're not doing it. They're letting the bump and grind go. Ball blocked Rahani's shot was blocked by Carson's. Into the game goes Haley Walls and Michaela Cassidy. Out of the game goes Daisy Rahanic and Caitlin Briggs. So the ball, looking, and the ball comes into Walls. Walls up to her Clues. Clues goes cross court to Schmidt, goes over her hands and out of bounds. Cavalier ball. Carson will inbound the ball, and they're front court pressure by the Titans. I think caught him a little off guard. Cap with the ball. Fox is going to put some pressure on. And Clues, I tell you what, our young girls can play pressure defense. Ball intercepted by Cassidy. And they're going to run up. And the ball stolen back by Himes. She gives a nice little pass to Albers, and she gets 2 points. She's got 5 points in the game now. Nice assist by Himes. Clues comes around the corner. Set, ball passed into Walls from Schmidt. Ball tipped out of bounds by Albers. It'll be Titan ball. He's looking for what to run by Coach Christensen. Cassidy passes into Clues. She gets it right back to Cassidy, and they're coming. And those are full swings by the Cavalier girls. And there is a foul. Let's see who this one is on. Number 3, Carson with her first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers' third. Cassidy set to shoot. A 2-pointer. She misses the first one.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
She has 2 points on the game right now. And up and off the back of the rim, rebounded by Albers. Albers caught off guard by Fox. Fox is just in her hip pocket. She's going to pass it, intercepted by Cassidy. Pass intended for Himes. Fox brings it up past half court. Himes is coming over, and now over to Clues. Clues over to Schmidt on the right side. She's going to dribble back to the point. And Cap is just putting the pressure on. They finally get her with a foul. That is going to be her third foul all in the second half. She's been playing extremely aggressive up front. Defense, ball goes into the back, and since there's no possession on an inbound pass, players can go into the back of the court to retrieve, whether it's even if it's off the end line. Over to Hallie Schmidt. Hallie Schmidt up, and she nets her third three-pointer herself. So we've got 8 3-pointers in this game to bring up the lead. Oh, I thought Schmidt had that. Oh, and she's going to be called for the double dribble. She wanted to pass it over here to Chuka, but saw that Cassidy was stepping up into the gap, so she hesitated, and she put both hands on the ball, turns the ball over. But as I was saying, the Titans have 8 3-pointers at this point in time. Fox brings the ball up past half court. They're going to jump out Sikora back into the game. Chuka, now Sikora over to Rahanic. Rahanic goes around, gets the ball. Nice pass inside. Daisy Rahanic with the assist to Caitlin Briggs. Her second. She has 4 points, so we're getting on the ground, and there's a head collision, and both girls go down. Walls and Albers, as the ball came up court, bumped heads. And I think Haley Walls looks like she might be bleeding because they slapped a towel right on her head right away, and she's being escorted off the floor. So with 2:31, we've got a referee's timeout to allow for a substitution on the floor. I hate to see that. Both girls playing aggressive, gets down, trying to get there. A couple of our EMTs or first responders are headed down to help out. Ma Walls is on her way too. Good hustle. Up by 19 points, 37-18. Both teams playing aggressive defense, really hustling after the ball. Let's hope she's not too seriously hurt. We've got the blood protocol. There is a little bit of blood on the floor. They have special spray and a wipe, and Coach Karst has to down on some gloves
Of
to
Wirecast.
meet the requirements as Mr. Carson does a quick cleanup on the floor. Let's hope that she's assisted by Steve Schoenfelder, the official, helps and makes sure that the floor is cleaned up and ready for action. Looks like we should be set to go here. Oh, she might have dribbled on the way out. So a couple more spots they're checking. I don't know if there's a concussion protocol, if Janae Elbers, she looked a little wobbly when she stood up, but I'm not sure if they're going to take her off the floor. Also with that, they're looking along the floor to see if there's any more blood. Hate to see that in high school sports. You know, kids playing hard and then out of the game. Yep. Looks like Elbers is going to put a cold compress on her forehead too, as she must not be bleeding. So into the game now are Sakura, Carson, Varuska, Himes has the ball now, Chuka, and did I say Carson? Well, I'm saying it again. Himes with the ball coming around. She'll probably have the ball handling duties. Up points to Sakura. Sakura over to Varuska. She's going to put the ball on, go baseline, doesn't, gets it out. Rahanic almost with the call. And, I thought there might have been a foul on the Titans, but Caitlin Briggs, the ball shot over the top of the rim. Schmidt brings the ball up past half court, gets it over to Fox. Pass to Rahanic. She's going to drive right down the middle, put the ball up, comes off. Ball rebounded by Chuka. Gets the ball over to number 10, Himes. She brings it up past half court by Rahanic. Switch off. Schmidt goes down. Sakura puts up a jumper from the corner just inside the three-point line. Vavrska gets the rebound. Titans fighting over the ball a little bit, and Carson comes up with the ball. She's going to swing it up high to Himes. She looks to drive, kicks it back out. Vavrska. Chuka with the ball. She steps in and takes the free throw, banks it off the back, and Himes gets her 7th point of the game. 20-37 in favor of the Titans. Down in the corner to Schmidt. Schmidt will bring the ball back up front. Guarded by Sakura. Going to try and drive down the middle. Ball swiped away by Vavrska. Vavrska going to put it up on Fox. Ball tipped, I think, a little bit there. Rebounded by Cassidy. Back over to Fox in the middle of the floor. She's going to bring it up. She's going to pass it over to the left wing to Hallie Schmidt. Schmidt brings it across. She's going to get over to Rahanic inside, and they're going to call a jump ball. Should be Titan ball.
This is a demonstration
with
Wirecast.
43 seconds left in the third quarter. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Into Rahanic. Rahanic turns, and it's going to be a foul. He points on the ground. I'm not quite sure. Looks like into the game now is Zoe Libas. And she gets her first foul. And into Caitlin Briggs into the middle, and she does her turnaround. She has 6 points now. Ball comes into Himes, guarded by Rahanic. Rahanic doesn't go for any of the head fakes, just plays nice and steady. Cassidy gets the ball over the top of, and they're going to be a jump ball. It should go to the Cavaliers. So with 23 seconds left in the third quarter, Himes will set to take the ball out. As the Cavaliers run a line, they're going to kick it all the way out to Libas. Over to Sakura, down inside to Himes. Himes trapped down there by Schmidt and Cassidy. Can't seem to find anybody. Gets it out to Carson. Carson's going to put up the 15-footer. Ball comes off. Himes gets a rebound and gets the putback. She has 9 points in the game, and Hallie Schmidt puts it up from half court, bounces off the back of the rim, and that ends the third quarter with the score. Titans 39 and the Cavaliers 22.
Of Wirecast.
So let's do a little recap of the last scoring. For the Cavaliers, Mackenzie Carson has 6 points. Hannah Chuka has 2 still. Sierra Himes has 9. Janae Albers, who's left the game when she hit her head, left the game with 5 points, and that is the scorers. It's primarily the 4 players that have done all the scoring for the Cavaliers. Now for the Titans, Reagan Clues has a point. Haley Walls has a point, and she's out of the game. Hallie Schmidt has 9 now with 3 3-pointers. Maria Baker has 1. Kayla Cassidy has 2. Emily Fox has 17. Sydney Talam has 2, and Caitlin Briggs has 6. The Titans inbound the ball for the third quarter, or fourth quarter, I should say. Ball to Schmidt. She gets it over to Fox. Looking inside, doing a little high-low. Maria Baker is into the game now. Fox over to Schmidt. She's going to put it up. She's got 4. She has 12 points, 4 3-pointers. We have 9 3-pointers in the game. Emily Fox intercepts. Ball clues down to Schmidt. Maria Baker gets her hands on it but doesn't come up with the ball. Sikora is going to bring it up court. She just flings it back, and Carson ends up with it. Himes with the ball. Fox closely guards her. Fox gets it up to Sikora. Sikora looking down to the corner to Libas. It goes off her hands. Libas is an 8th grader. She's a 5'5" 8th grader guard for the Cavaliers. So we got a couple young players coming onto the floor. Fox brings it up past half court. Picks that high for Schmidt. Gets it into Caitlin Briggs. She dribbles down. Chuka goes on the floor. And there's a foul. Let's see who it on the rebound. Looks like number 5, Maria Baker, has her first foul. And the team's first for the second half. Fox putting the pressure in the front court along with the rest of the girls. They're going to wing it way up court. Libas with the ball. She bounces off her legs, but she gets the ball to Carson, who hands it off to Himes, guarded by Fox. Over to Chuka. She's going to put the 16-footer up, and the ball is, looks like I'm not sure what the call is. He just raised his hand, which indicates I'm not quite sure what the call was. Ball to Himes. She shoots a 3-pointer, rebounded by Chuka. Chuka puts it up. And Hannah Chuka has her 4th point of the game. Ball goes over to Rahanic. She's going to dribble up, swatted by Carson. She's got about 3 or 4 blocks on the game. She's a force inside. And she's only 5'11", but she plays bigger than that. Ball ends up in Libas' hand. She whips it across, intercepted by Rahanic. Should be a horse race, though. She pulls it up, goes down on the floor, hands it off to Cassidy, who gets it to Clues. Clues over to Fox. Fox brings it around the right corner. She's going to flip it up to Rahanic, who shoots the little 10-footer. And Daisy Rahanic with her first 2 points of the game. Scores 44-24, 20-point lead for the Titans now. Ball comes up to Chuka. Reagan Clues comes up from behind. She's going to put the pressure on and steals it from Cap. Emily Fox with the ball. She dribbles past Cap. And they get the ball inside. We got a 2-handed push. It's going to be on Carson. Kenzie Carson, that's going to be her 2nd foul. Team 6th foul. Like I say, at the start of the season, putting 2 hands was an automatic foul. And it's kind of gone by the wayside a little bit because we see it all the time in the games. Sydney Talam is into the ball game. She's going to put that 15-footer up. And like adding water to a flower, we have instant offense. Ball comes up to Varuska. Ruska over to Himes. Himes with the ball. She dribbles, guarded by
Of Wirecast.
Maria Baker. Flips over to Chuka. Chuka down in the quarter to Cap. Cap partially blocked, but it is a foul. Ball's going to be foul on Reagan Clues. Her first foul. Team's second in the half. It's going to send Emily Cap, the senior, to the line. She is yet to score in this game. Tenacious defense. She puts it up from the outside, bounces it off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and out. She'll get a second chance here. Set to come back into the line is number 22, the senior, Kaylee Fox. And they said it was too late to get her in. Shots up, and it bounces up and in. It was on a three-point shot. So she gets to shoot three. And she hits 2 of 3. She has 2 points in the game now. So Fox is into the game.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And Cassidy goes right down the middle and gets her second 2-pointer of the game. She's got 4 now. Reagan Clues putting the pressure. I tell you what, our young girls are tenacious defensively. We'll see what the call is. It's going to go on Clues, but I don't know. I think the ball was free. Her second, team third. Ball comes down to the corner to Vavrska. Ball back out front to Himes to Chuka. Chuka guarded by Clues.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Fox, they're trying to do a backdoor pass to Varuska. Carson out to Chuka. She misses. They're coming. They're going to play full court defense. Ball gets to Cassidy. And she's going to dribble past Cap. And she whips the ball up court to Talam. Talam closely guarded by, like I say, Cap. She is tenacious on defense. Rebounded by Carson. Ball up past half court, guarded by Clues. She just about had another steal. Ball pass taken out by Cassidy. There is a foul. We'll see who they're going to call it on. Looks like it's on number 10, Michaela Cassidy. Her first foul, fourth team foul. Now into the game is Shyla Tobin. As the Titans are up by 22. Ball goes into Carson. She does a running jump, bounces it off, and she gets her own rebound after about 5 people touch the ball. Back to Carson. She's going to turn the corner, and she's going to do a little runner, and it bounces and drops for her. She now has 8 points as the leading scorer for the Cavaliers. Ball goes to Clues. Clues comes around the corner over to Kaylee Fox. Kaylee Fox down into Talam, Sydney Talam, and she has 6 points in the game.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Instant offense. Just like instant coffee. Just get her the ball. Chuka puts the ball down. Emily Clamp's going to put up a 3-pointer. Bounces off the back of the rim. Hines gets the rebound over the back of Shyla Tobin. I thought maybe a little bit over the back, but I don't think the referees are seeing it the same way. They're going to call a foul. Nope. They called a turnover. So Michaela Cassidy brings the ball up court. She gets it over to Fox. Fox comes around, high pick by Talam. Ball to Reagan Clues. Pressure put on by number 2, Huskenfeld. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Huskenfeld. Cassidy set to inbound the ball. Over to Clues. Clues puts up the 3-pointer off the inside of the rim. Ball bounces out, and it'll be Cavalier ball with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Himes has the ball, and she'll be bringing it up court. Going to be picked up by Reagan Clues. She puts the pressure on. The count starts. Chuka with the ball up front, kind of in between, and she's going to miss everything, and the ball's going to grind down the line, and it'll be Titan ball. Michaela Cassidy will go out of the game, and in for her will be Maria Baker. So both teams have a majority of young players out on the floor, and the Cavaliers were young to begin with. I think number 4, Emily Kapp is her only senior on the roster. Nope. There is a Kubo girl that hasn't seen action yet tonight. Foul is going to be on number 3, Mackenzie Carson. That is her third foul all in the second half. It's going to send Shyla Tobin to the line. And Shyla Tobin gets her first points of the game, just coming off the bench not more than less than a minute ago. I think they're just trying to find somebody to foul. 51-28. Tobin's shot is up, and she nets 2 for 2. So she's got 2 points. Clues guarding Himes. And she just steals it right out of her hands. Himes is going to come, and the ball goes up court off of Talam's hand and out of bounds. She saw the open player, so now into the game. Out goes Reagan Clues, and into the game comes number 14, Morgan Boyd. Morgan's a freshman. So we got a couple seniors, and I think 3 freshmen out there. Over to Cap, over to Chuka. Chuka into Himes. She's going to come around the corner, bounce it off the back, and Carson over the top. She just seems to be a ball magnet. There's going to be a foul, and I think it's going to be out of bounds since we're not in the bonus yet. Foul is on number 32. Sydney Talam, her first. Now into the game are number 5. Take that back. Number 12. And that was by Emily Kapp there, the score. Try and get the Titans players that have just come in. Number 11, Caitlin Sandlin, and number 12, Krista Glanzer. You know, and I hate to say, if you watch the junior varsity girls play, they lose nothing in the transition on defense. Into the game comes number 23 is Sydney Kubel, the senior. Number 1, Libas. We have Van Huskenveld. Ball is rebounded by Sandlin. She brings it up. She gets it over to Boyd. Boyd's going to bring the ball up. She gets it over to Tobin. Tobin dribbles to the right, kicks it over to Glanzer. Glanzer's going to turn the corner and pop the 15-footer. Oh, just bounces off the back of the rim. But she's back in there, scraps for the ball. And let's see. Red number 1, Zoe Libas, has her second foul in the game. It is going to send Krista Glanzer to the line. Out of the game goes Baker. Coach Tobin Coach Christensen is trying to get a little bit of everybody in. Glanzer's ball bounces off the back of the rim. And number 30, who I don't have on the program, just scored. Who is that? Naomi Mark with her first 2 points.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And then Varuska runs the ball down. She gets the ball over to Sikora. Sikora over to Libas. Libas down to Huskenveld, out to Varuska. Mart. Oh, no, nobody wants the ball, and time runs out before anybody can get a second shot off, and the Titans win with a score of 54-30.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
So the Titans now are 9-6 on the season. Recap the scoring quick. Kenzie Carson ended with 8 points. Emily Kapp had 3 free throws. She ended with 3. Hannah Chuka ended up with 4 points. Sierra Himes ended with 9.
Demonstration of
And
Wirecast.
Janae Elbers, although she left the game here in the third quarter when they had a collision out on the floor, ends up with 5 to round out the 30 points for the Cavaliers. For the Titans, Reagan Clues hit a free throw. Haley Walls, who also left the game, hopefully she's all right, had a bandage on the top of her head. She ended up with 1 point. Shyla Tobin had 2 points.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Haley Schmidt ended with 12 all three-pointers, hit 4 in a row. Well, I can't say 4 in a row. She missed one in the middle there. Maria Baker got a free throw. Michaela Cassidy ended up with 4 points. Daisy Rahanic ended up with 2. The big scorer in the game, Emily Fox, she led all scorers with 17. Sydney Talam, if she'd have had maybe a little more time, she had 6 points in the few minutes that she played. And Caitlin Briggs ended with 6 points to bring the score to 54 to 30. So, as you can see, the Titan boys are out on the floor. And we'll take a break here and resume probably about 2 minutes before the second half. Again, we'd like to recognize that the Girls and Women's in Sports Day, which recognizes character and physical activity to help women recognize their full potential. Tonight we recognized here Savannah Razoo, Brias Contreras, Cassandra Gerlach, and Michaela Cassidy. So we'll take a break here until about 2.5 minutes before the start of the game and give you some pointers as the Titan girls win 54 to 30.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. Of Wirecast. This is a demonstration 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 of Wirecast. This is is a demonstration of Wirecast. This 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 is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Back with 2.5 minutes from start of the game. You've got the 5-10 Titans taking on the 10-7 Cavaliers. You know, the Titans have been in a lot of close games this year. Their record is not indicative of how they played. And they played an exceptional game here the other night against Ethan. They were really aggressive. I think they've had a good week in practice. And I think they're looking forward to this. Both these teams were at the Pentagon Classic. The Cavaliers played right after the Titans did against Lake Benton, Elkton Lake Benton there. It was a tough game for the Titans as they played Chamberlain the night before and then had an 8 o'clock game right away the next morning. But I think it's come to be that the Titans are starting to find a little bit of their identity. I think their senior leadership is starting to show up. And I think they're ready to play. Got about a minute before the start of the game.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So, we'll get rid of some of the prelims. We've got Jason Hine as a coach for the Cavaliers. And Gary Corton, I think he's also the business manager down there. For the Titans, it's Eric Denning, assisted by Jason Helling, Chase Hetland, and Monty Freestad. They've been a pretty good coaching staff this year. We're very young, and over the past few years, a lot of the boys that have gone out have carried the burden of the scoring, so it's been a little bit of a search this year to find out who is who as far as who's going to lead the team. Now, Sampson is the ball handler, but and he had a pretty good game here the other night. He had 26 points against Ethan, and Riley Deinert had 19 points. So we're set to start with the starting lineups. Here are the Cavaliers lineup. A 5'10" junior guard, Nate Skaczynski.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
A 5'10" senior guard, Zach Chuka. A 6'3" senior guard, Joey Slama. And Josh Schmidt, 6'3" senior. And I didn't catch the other one.
This is a
I didn't get the starting
demonstration
lineups
of
before.
Wirecast.
Colton Tobin starting for the Titans, senior. A 5'10" senior, number 4, Nolan Sampson. A 5'10" senior, guard, number 5, Weston Tobin. A 5'9" sophomore guard,
This
number
is a
11, Riley
demonstration
Deinert.
of
And in the
Wirecast.
middle is our 6'4" junior center, number 23, Brady Anderson. I'll have to catch who the fifth one was. And their numbers are hard to read. I got number 4, number 5. So Christian, 6'2" senior, number 5, Christian Euchre is the fifth player. So Skaczynski, Euchre,
This is a
Chuka,
demonstration of Wirecast.
Schmidt, and Slama are the players for the Titan or for the Cavaliers. Set to jump, Anderson, and number 15, Slama gets the ball, and he's going to be the point guard too, it looks like. They go to the right side. They're going to go into the weave. Sampson guarding number 4, Skaczynski. And number 5,
This is a demonstration
Euchre,
of
with the first
Wirecast.
points of the game. Tobin with the ball. Deinert crosses over, goes left, gets it to Sampson. Slama, they're playing, looks like a 3-2. And Weston Tobin with the spinning move on the inside, gets the first two. 2-2, 7-13. Ball goes back to Slama. Slama drags his back foot.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
He tried to pass it into Schmidt. The numbers on the Cavaliers' uniforms are really hard to read, so bear with me. Sampson brings the ball up, walking it up. It'll be picked up on the point, over to Weston Tobin on the right side, out to Brady Anderson. Back up to Deinert. Deinert's going to look to cut the ball. Colton Tobin, and they're looking, and it looks like Slama
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
might be a box and one on Sampson tonight. Ball goes up to inside to Schmidt. Schmidt banks one off the side, and his first 2 points. 4-2 Cavaliers. Cavaliers have a lot more height, but I think that the Titans might have a little more speed. And Colton Tobin on the drive. The Tobin boys leading the scoring here. So 4-4. Ball up court. Ball and missed by
This is
number
a
5,
demonstration of
Euchre, but the ball
Wirecast.
put back by number 12, Schmidt. His second, so he's have 4 points. Weston Tobin with the ball. Spins. And out to Colton Tobin. Colton Tobin rims out on a 3-pointer. Slama with the ball. He'll be bringing it up court. He swings it over to Skaczynski. Buried about by Anderson. Anderson, ball up to Deinert from Sampson. Deinert's going to go against
This is a demonstration
Slama,
of
but he misses it
Wirecast.
and almost gets a steal. Ball pushed up the far side. Ball tipped by Sampson and picked up by Weston Tobin. And he's going to go inside into the land of the Giants. And Colton Tobin's going to fall down. I think he had a little bit of a trip there. Now into the game, Weston Tobin goes out, and Kobe Kaiser comes into the game.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Front court pressure applied by the Titans. This is where they do their best. Ball back over to Kaczynski. Up to number 5, Uker. Uker back into the corner, guarded by Sampson. Backside pass, Uker, and he rims one in. Uker has 4 points now. 8-4, favor of the Cavaliers. Ball comes over to Kaiser on the left side. He goes around the corner, swings down, ball tipped out by
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Kaczynski. Tipped out. Into the game comes number 13 for the Titans, Reed Russ. He is an 8th grader. Russ with the ball now. Back down to the corner. Sampson goes baseline, kicks it back out to Anderson. And he looks, Dynert's going to put up a 3 and puts it in the bottom of the pool. So Riley Dynert has 3, 7, 8. The Titans can put up points, and they can put them up in a hurry. If they start to sag off, Slama's going to dribble right down the middle. Ball rebounded by Uker. His ball wasn't out. It's over to Kaczynski, down in the corner, out to Chuka. Chuka and Schmidt. Kaczynski guarded by Sampson. Slama with the ball going inside. Gets over there. Anderson gets his hand. Last game, Brady Anderson was the force in the inside. He intimidated the Ethan players pretty well.
This is a
Ball
demonstration
kicked out
of
to Kaiser.
Wirecast.
Kaiser's putting up his first shot of the game. Rebounded by Kaczynski. Kaczynski, Slama. Slama over to Kaczynski on the left side of the floor. They're going to set a back pick. Kaiser comes up, puts up a little defense. Rebounded by Russ. Russ is with the ball. It was ball stolen. Ball put in by number 12, Schmidt. His first 6 points in the game now. Russ to Dynert. Dynert dribbles in, up, and they're going to call an offensive charge on Riley Dynert. His first foul, team first foul. So going to put some pressure in the front court. Now into the game. Weston Tobin comes back in for the Titans. Now into the game is number 3, Kozak. Kaczynski back to Kozak. Kozak dribbles it up, dribbles it off his foot. Picked up by Anderson, picked up by Kaiser. Kaiser's going to dribble. Ball's going to be put on by Uker, but he's going to get his first foul. A little bit too much reaching on that. 10-7 in favor of the Cavaliers. Weston Tobin running the point now. He gets it over to Kaiser. Kaiser back to Tobin. Tobin inside. Ball taken by Schmidt. Slama brings the ball up. He's going to turn the corner, and he's going to try and get inside. Kicks it over to Uker with the rebound. The ball was shot by Kaczynski. Or Kaczynski, sorry. And there's a foul on the play. Foul is on I'm betting it's on number 23, Brady Anderson, but we'll see. Nothing up there yet. The senior, Christian Uker, sits up. He makes the first one. He now has 5 points. Foul is on Reed Russ. His first, team second. Christian Uker set his second one, and it goes in. He now has 6 points on the game. It is 7-12. And the Titans turn the ball over, and Kaczynski gets his first 2 of the game. Sampson will come back into the game for the Titans. And like I say, the Cavalier numbers are hard to read. It looks like they'll have another new player coming in. looks like Bo Rothschild will be coming into the game. Like I say, I don't know if I'm pronouncing these names right. I'm doing the best I can. Zach Mickinen's in the game. He came in. Give Brady Anderson a little bit of a rest. We'll see what happens. Sampson with the ball. He'll bring it up the right side, guarded by Slama. I think he's kind of following him. They are now in a man-to-man. Kaiser goes with the put-up over Rothschild. And Szynski back, and there's a travel on the play, turnover, Titan ball.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
So it looks like man-to-man pressure. Earlier I thought they might be in a box and one as they looked like they were playing a zone. Diner's pass is picked up by number 11, Rothschild. Gets the ball up to Kozak. Kozak missed pass. Kaiser down to Tobin. Tobin up to Diner. Diner's going to put the ball on the floor over to Sampson. He's going to go around him. He misses his shot. Ball rebounded by number 12, Josh Schmidt. No scoring for about the last minute and a half. Rothschild will pass it. Ball rebounded by Zach Mikkinen. Gets it over to Sampson. Sampson's pushing the ball up. Hands it off to Deinert. Deinert's going to turn. And a late call by Schoenfelder on a traveling call. He had already dribbled about 3 times before he made the call, so I'm not quite sure. Weston Tobin back into the game. Out goes Reed Russ. Slama with the ball. Sampson tries to intercept it, and he's going to pick up his first foul. Szynski with the ball.
This is a demonstration of
He'll hand it off to Slama. Slama's going to come around the corner. Tips it, and it's going to go. Weston Tobin got his hand on it, and it goes off of Kozak's hand. So, Titan ball. Titans coming with 1:09 left in the first quarter. Sampson brings it up past half court, guarded by Slama. Now they're back into their zone. Back kick out to Sampson. Sampson in the corner. And he nets the first points of the game as three-pointer. They have full court pressure coming out. And, it was right on the line. The referee is standing right there. He had to bend backwards just to see it. And the Titans hustle back and get back in on defense. Chuka with the ball. Over to Schmidt. Schmidt looking inside. He's going to try a backdoor pass to Szynski. Ball tipped out. I think it went off of Szynski's hand. Nice defense. I think that was by Weston Tobin to interrupt the pass. 30 seconds, so the time clock is off. Sampson bringing the ball up. They like to hold for a last second shot, so he'll wait for Slama to come out and guard him. Okay, when they get to 10. And it looks like there's a reach-in foul. It'll be Titan ball out underneath. Foul is on number 11, Bo Rothschild. His first, team second. Sampson will inbound the ball. Anderson sets a pick for Kaiser, comes across. They're going to bounce it up. High. 2 seconds, and they're going to get it off. And it's up and off the rim. Sampson shot falls short. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is Cavaliers 14, Titans 10. Like I was saying earlier, Titans have been playing some pretty good ball as of late. They're never really blown out. early in the season when they were looking to find themselves a little bit, they struggled. But as of late, they played pretty good team ball all around. Coach Denny has done an outstanding job of getting them. He's just slowly has got them corralled. They're playing a lot better team ball. They're starting to look for each other, making the extra pass, or the kind of things that you want to see.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
In a game, it should be tight and ball here to start the second quarter, as there were no jumps in the first half. I know we're going to be playing Mitchell Christian on this Saturday as a makeup game from a postponement that we had earlier in the year.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And then next week we have Parkston in there. So the ball is inbounded to Sampson to start the second quarter. Over to Colton Tobin. Back over to Sampson. And they usually make that pass inside to Brady Anderson, but they were looking for a backdoor. Slama with the ball. Ball got tipped. Szynski is going to come up. He's going to pass it back to Euchre. Slama with the ball, set by Schmidt. They're going to kick it out to Szynski. And the ball is short. Riley Dinert with the rebound. He'll push it up on the right side. Sampson with the ball. He's going to come around the corner, gets it to Weston Tobin. Down to Brady Anderson. Go up strong, and the big boy does, and he gets his first 2 points of the game. Brady has been a little bit more consistent with that turnaround jump shot or hook shot that he's got. Last game, he had a few banks off the basket and really played a tremendous game. Like I say, he was an intimidating force on the inside, as the Ethan guys were always looking to see if he was going to get swatted. And I think he had about 3 or 4 good blocks underneath, and I think he got his hands on ones about. So Tobin now to Sampson. Sampson comes to the left side. Dinert goes back around to the right side, and they build him up.
This is a demonstration.
Kicks it all the way out. Sampson to Dinert. Dinert's off the front of the rim. Ball picked up by Chuka. Chuka brings it up, passes it up court to Slama. Looks like that's all they want to go to. Dinert gets up with the ball. Anderson gets out. And Sampson called for the travel, as I think it's what they call the Euro step. Score is 14 to.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Well, Tobin intercepts the ball, gets it to Dinert. Dinert kicks it over to Sampson. Let's see if he can hit another three-pointer from over there. Doesn't get it. Anderson gets it out to Tobin. Dinert to Tobin. Colton Tobin on the run, and he gets his second layup. He's got 4 points in the game, leads our scorers. Szynski over to Slama, gets the ball back to Euchre. It looks like that's all they go to. Looks like Brady Anderson will get his first foul. It'll send number 5, Christian Euchre, to the line again. He's already made 2. He's got 6 points at this point in the game. He is tied for the leading scorer with Schmidt. They've picked up a few underneath the basket. Also into the game now is 6'3" senior, number 25, Josh Kubel. So it's Kubel, Korzan. In fact, Slama with the rebound, putback. And he misses. Out of the game goes Colton Tobin, and Kobe Kaiser comes in to add a little height to the team. And they'll run, and then they'll get the ball to Slama. Slama's shot is up, no good. Reed Russ picks the ball up and dribbles past Slama. And he's going to lay it up on a reverse. Nice drive. Reverses it from the pressure. Kozak is with the ball to Szynski. Szynski to Slama. Slama's going to put that ball up. He has a kind of a strange shot, puts the ball behind his head. He's got his first 2 points of the game, though. 16-0. Ball tipped out of bounds by Kozak. The Cavaliers have a little bit deeper bench than the Titans do, and they can bring in height. Pass to Reed Russ from Sampson. Goes off his hands a little bit hard, a little bit high. So out of the game goes Kubel. Back into the game comes Schmidt.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Ball comes up to Euchre. Euchre passes it to Slama. Slama's going to go. But Sampson gets back to tip the ball out. Pass was intended for Schmidt. Good hustle by the Titans to tip the ball out. Slama will take the ball out. And they do the alley-oop. Schmidt tries to drive, guarded by Slama, guarded by... And there it is. The big boy gets another one.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And we'll see what the goal. They get Riley Dinant with his second offensive foul. So he'll come out of the game along with Sampson, and the Tobin boys come back in. Weston and Colton. So you got Kaiser, Tobin, Anderson, and Weston Tobin gets his hands on the ball, gets it to his brother. Must be telepathic. So, ball in. They've got him trapped. Gets the ball to Slama. Slama gets it up to Euchre. Back to Slama. Guarded by Colton Tobin. He'll look to go baseline. He likes to go that way. Schmidt with the ball, guarded by Anderson. Hands off to Szynski. Ball inside. Anderson gets his hand on another one. Brady Anderson is having a whale of a defensive game. And going to be a foul on the ground. Foul is going to be on number 11. I don't know if there's a number 12. Take that back. Josh Schmidt, his first foul. Team third. Ball goes into Anderson, and there's about a ton of hands over to Kaiser.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And it ends up a little bit of Kaiser fell on the floor. And there's going to be a foul on number 1, Colton Tobin. Reached in on Kozak. So they're setting the pick. So out comes to Schmidt. Kaczynski with the ball. He's going to drive through, and he's going to kiss one off the glass and in. He has 4 points in the game. Sampson brings the ball up past half court. Szynski on him. Down in the corner to Kaiser. Kaiser gets it to Anderson. Swings it over to Weston Tobin, who puts up the three from the outside. Ball rebounded by Schmidt. Ends it off to Slama. Slama's going to bring it up past half court, guarded by Colton Tobin. Little crossover dribble, gets to the free throw line, puts it up. And the ball goes down. And we'll see who the foul is on. It looks like it's the second foul on Colton Tobin. It is. That is the Titans' 7th team foul, which will send Josh Schmidt to the line. Reed Russ back into the game. And along with Zach Mickinen.
Of Wirecast.
And it goes off. Zach Mickinen with the rebound. So Tobin comes around and closely guarded by Kozak. We've got a foul. He's going to pick it up. That'll be the Kozak's first foul.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Yeah. Sampson with the ball. He goes around, gives it off to Kaiser. Kaiser struggling a little bit with ball handling. Slama picks up the ball and he just throws it wildly out. Sampson gets the ball. Sampson gets the ball away. Kaiser gets the rebound and he's going to put it back up, and he is fouled by number 12, Josh Schmidt, his second foul. Sends Kobe Kaiser to the line. So that wasn't a foul last time. So Kaiser's shot goes off the back of the rim. He's coming back from an injury, and he's played hard. I don't know how much that affects him. The score is still 18-18 with 2:15 left. Puts it up, and he nets that one. Ball goes on the ground, picked up by Szynski. Backing it out. 20 seconds. High pick set by Schmidt. Comes around Mikkonen. Slama's going to put it up, and he falls down. Nobody touches him. Pass by Sampson up to Colton Tobin. And he's going to put it up, and he's going to pick up the foul. And he's going to go to the line to shoot two. And the foul should be on Joey Slama. It is. It's his first. Team fifth.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Colton Tobin leads all scorers. He has 7 points right now. Looking to make 8. And he does. Hits both free throws. Now into the game is Lincoln Cruz, the freshman. He comes on and gives some excellent defense usually. And Slama with the ball. Tobin up to Szynski. And they're going to look to turn the corner.
This is a demonstration
Up
of
to
Wirecast.
Kozak. Kozak gets 2. His first 2 points. Reed Russ brings it up past the timeline. Gets it down to Clues. Over to Mikkonen. And double dribble called on Zach Mikkonen. Kozak looking to inbound the ball. He should have been called for a traveling as there wasn't an out-of-made shot. You got to keep your feet steady, and he moved both feet, so it's just like traveling on the court. Back into the game comes Anderson. So, and there he goes again. Looking to move both. That's 5-second count. Good defense by the Titans. Couldn't find anybody. Weston Tobin, Reed Russ, and Sampson applied the pressure to keep the ball off from going. Lincoln Cruz goes out, and Kobe Kaiser comes back in now on the offensive end. Titans ahead by 1. The ball goes all the way out to Tobin. Tobin swings it over to Reed Russ. They're looking inside. And Reed launches it into the Cavalier bench. Good strong arm. All right, so here we go. Sampson's going to be guarding Slama. Nope, they're going to come up. He's going to get it across over to Szynski. Tobin is going to guard Slama. Slama looking to go back, dresses it back to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to do a little runner. And Weston Tobin comes up with the ball. Gets it over to Sampson over on the right side. He's going to come up. He's looking, but he doesn't turn the corner. Over to Kaiser. Kaiser. And he's having trouble staying on his feet. That's about the fourth time he's gone down. And I think Slamas drives in. Kicks it out to Euchre. Euchre at just above the line. 15 seconds, and Szynski's got it. 12 seconds. Sampson's going to have to bring the ball up quick.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And a lot of contact down there, but no call. Schoenfelder's just letting them play, that's for sure. Contact all over the floor. I don't think that he's had but one or two calls. Even in the girls' game, there were girls knocking each other down. And Kaiser gets the last shot. So the half ends with the Cavaliers up 22-21 over the Titans. So to recap, the first half scoring. Caden Kozak has 2. Nate Szynski has 4. Christian Euchre has 6. Josh Schmidt has 6. And Joey Slama has 2. For the Titans, Colton Tobin has 8, leading all scores. Nolan Sampson has a 3. Weston Tobin has a 2. Riley Dyrd has a 3. Reed Russ has 2. Brady Anderson has 2. And so that's the scoring. So they haven't started the clock yet. I'm not quite sure why. If they have some halftime activity going. But we'll return at about 2.5 minutes before the start of the second half.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages and fewer disciplinary problems.
Number 3.
High school sports help fight teen obesity and substance abuse.
Here's number 4.
High school sports provide wholesome, constructive after-school activity, perfect for today's families.
And number 5.
And high school sports are safer than ever before. Injury surveillance and research, better equipment, and the continuing education programs for coaches provided by state and national athletic associations have made high school sports safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in South Dakota is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Mount Vernon Gas and Oil, a family-owned and operated business you've come to trust for the last 33 years. Mount Vernon Gas and Oil provides all your general car service needs to get you back on the road. With a large selection of truck beds and trailers, they will have what you are looking for. Inside, you will find a wide variety of cards, perfect for any holiday or occasion. Don't forget to grab a snack and drink for the road. Mount Vernon Gas and Oil is the place to go, located at 104 South Earl Street in Mount Vernon, South Dakota. Give them a call today at 605-236-5369.
Your local Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator offers a wide variety of services and support. With harvests around the corner, we offer extended hours and a helping hand to maximize your profit. With our new fertilizer warehouse, we're ready to help when you need us and can make it easy with free farm delivery. offering feed for your cattle, crystallized brand minerals, and we also have creek feeders available for rent and delivered straight to your farm. Farmers Elevator, helping you with all of your agriculture needs since 1902. Give us a call at 605-236-5233. Your local.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in South Dakota, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Vernite GM of Mitchell has the right team for the game of life, no matter what the season. From tailgate parties to the final seconds, Vernite GM of Mitchell has you covered with a game-winning lineup from Chevy, Buick, and GMC. Get the home team advantage in selection, sales, and service every time, no matter where you're from. Experience our entire starting lineup on the lot or online anytime at VerniteGM.com. Win big with Vernite GM of Mitchell. Big city inventory, small town pricing.
Right now is a great time to be planning for the next growing season. Fall fertilizer application can give your crops a strong start in the spring. Because the nutrients available and needed in each field vary, your Agtegra agronomist can help determine your specific nutrient needs and the benefits of applying them now. To optimize your inputs for next year's crop, contact your Agtegra agronomist for details or visit agtegra.com today.
Now, on to the markets. Bean prices remain the same as expected, and thus...
Beans? Let's talk about trucks. Get bushels of savings on new Chevy and GMC trucks all month long at Vernite GM in Mitchell. Choose from over 120 heavy and light-duty trucks in stock or arriving soon. Silverado, Sierra, Colorado, or Canyon. Your new truck is waiting at Vernite GM in Mitchell. Shop on the lot or online anytime at VerniteGM.com. Big city inventory, small town pricing.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline, sportsmanship.
Titans are the first ones back on the floor. Coach Denning and Coach Helling walking across. The officials are making their way, and so are the Cavaliers coming out of the locker room now. Again, just to recap, Colton Tobin has 8 points for the Titans. Sampson has 3. Weston Tobin has 2. Riley Darnard's got 3. Reed Russ has got 2. And Brady Anderson's got 2. First half was marked by a few turnovers. Kobe Kaiser is still kind of working his way back in, as he was injured a couple weeks ago, and still, I think, trying to get a little bit of his sea legs underneath him. Generally a pretty good shooter. For the Cavaliers, they're got 5 players in scoring. Caden Kozak, the junior, he's got 2 points and a foul. The junior, Nate Szynski, has 4 points. Christian Euchre, the senior, has 6 points. The senior Josh Schmidt, he has 6 points and 2 fouls. And looks like Joey Slama, the senior, has 2. He seems to be the primary ball handler and has the green light to shoot. So the Titans must be playing some pretty good defense. As likewise is both Deinert and Sampson only have 3 points. They were the top scorers against Ethan with 26 and 19 respectively. So I would say that that's who they're upping their defense on, and it allows the other players to get to the basket if they're keying on certain players. If those two can get the ball to the other players, then they can turn it into easy baskets. So the Cavaliers will start the second half. Ball is inbounded. Slama gets it down, the ball's down to Euchre. Euchre back up to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to drive down the middle. He passes it to Slama, and Slama gets an easy basket underneath. He now has 4 points. Sampson brings the ball up past half court. Hands it off to Deinert. Deinert comes around the corner. Weston Tobin backtracks and goes back around. Hands it back off to Deinert. And the ball is intercepted by, it looks like, number 10, Chuka. Chuka gets his first point on a defensive play on a cross-court pass. Ill-advised, but when the player's standing on the far side, Sampson shoots the little 15-footer, goes off the right side of the rim. Ball falls into the hands of number 5, Christian Euchre. So the score is stretched out right away. Oh, Brady Anderson with another nice play. I'll tell you what, his defensive awareness is really coming around. He is playing a tremendous game. We just wish we could get him some more points. So 26-21. Colton Tobin to Riley Deinert. Deinert over to Weston Tobin. Going to come around the bend. And another lazy pass intercepted. Slama's going to get down. Weston Tobin gets it. Sampson gets the ball from Weston Tobin. He's going to push it up. Kicks it out to Riley Deinert. Deinert puts it up, and he lights it up. His second three-pointer. So he now has 6 points. Deinert and those guys are putting pressure on Chuka with the ball, guarded by Sampson. Schmidt guarded by Anderson. Ball kicked out front to Chuka, guarded by Sampson. Slama on the back door. He can't get it up. Oh, I don't know about that one. It looked like Anderson was on top of the ball, but I guess they'll give it to him. It's going to be Anderson's second foul. Sends Slama to the line. He misses the front end. He'll get his second shot now. 24-26. Favor the Cavaliers. He hits his second one. Sampson with the ball. In a full court pressure, and lazy passes by the Titans. Get the ball in the middle. Ball on the Sampson guarding Chuka. Chuka cross court to Szynski. He's going to, oh, he walks up, and that should have been a travel. Euchre coming across the baseline. Schmidt. The Titans are playing some tough defense. Schmidt tries to reverse, tries to get it inside. Slama's going to throw one up. Anderson has it. Like I say, Schoenfelder's called nothing for contact underneath. And just letting them play, collecting the check is the way I like to look at it. Slama's going to put one up. It goes off. Ball's on the floor. Rebounded by Euchre out to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to get it to Slama, and he's going to get the easy. Oh, no, it was Euchre. Euchre with the basket. He's got 8 points in the game now. Deinert over to Tobin. Up to Reed Russ, and he gets pushed out of bounds. There we go, a call. Call is on number 5. Euchre, his second, team first of the second half. So Tobin with the ball out front. You got Tobin, Deinert, Anderson, Kaiser, and Reed Russ. Ball goes down to Anderson. Think he's got to get a little straighter up. Ball forced up to Kaczynski. They're going to run the floor. Kaiser doesn't get back. Kaczynski gets 2. He's got 6 points. And the ball is up past half court. And it looks like they're going to get number 5, Euchre, for his third foul right away. Sampson back into the game. He's with the ball. Colton Tobin also back in the game. Hands off to Reed Russ. Reed Russ comes around the corner, kicks it back over to Sampson. He comes around the corner, gonna drive down the lane. He puts it up, goes off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Kaczynski. Bring it up, swings it over to Chuka. Chuka guarded by Kaiser. Round front, Tobin on Slama. Over to Chuka, guarded by Kaiser. Looking down to the baseline to Kozak. Backdoor, Kaiser into Slama, who just throws it up. There'll be 2 shots. He'll go to the line. Follows on number 13, Reed Russ. It's his second. That is Schmidt shooting the ball. I guess I was wrong. I thought it was Slama that was in on that layup. His ball bounces off the front of the lane. Now comes in is Rothschild. Zach Mikkinen in for the Titans. Schmidt with his second. And he makes it. He now has 7 points.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Sampson gets it up past half court. Kaiser puts up the long ball, and Kobe Kaiser hits a 3. Ball goes up in the middle to Kaczynski, coming up from behind to Sampson. Arid pass over to Kozak. Kozak gets the ball. Slama shoots and misses off the front of the rim. Over the ball goes over to Sampson. Rebounded was by Kaiser. Reed Russ with the ball, bringing it up, going to reverse, going to spin, and he gets 2. Reed Russ now with 4 points. Slama, they run their break. Schmidt with the ball, back to Kozak, and on top of the ball, let's see.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Reed Russ's third brings Riley Diner back into the game. (32-29). Good defensive help. Rothschild is with the ball.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Slama dribbles in, he gets a putback. Riley Diner comes out of the pile with the ball. Gets the ball back to Sampson. And there's a timeout. I don't know if Sampson would have got it to pass across half court. 30-second timeout called by the Titans. With 2:12 left in the third quarter. Cavaliers 32, Titans 29. I haven't seen the Titans struggle with a press like this since the start of the season. They struggled a little bit with the pass. Seems like they're only trying to get 2 guys up in the play where they should maybe bring 3 or 4. A lot of different ways to break the press. It's looks like it's a diamond 1 in the front court. So ball comes back to Sampson. He'll bring it in. He gets it up past half court. And Colby Kaiser hits his second 3. He has 8 points in the game. Ball goes up to Slama. Slama closely guarded by Colton Tobin. Forces him baseline. He gets the layup on. Nice drive by Slama. Oh, Sampson was wide open. Didn't look. Sampson drives, and he's going to get the shot up and off. Sampson with 5 points, and the ball gets up quick. Slama, or Rothschild with the bucket, gets 2, and he's calling his own fouls, telling the referee he got called. And a little bit of traveling. Riley Diner didn't get quite the handle on the ball that he needed. Colton Tobin goes off, Weston Tobin in. So we'll see some front court pressure. Referees are discussing where the ball goes out. It looks like it's going to be on the side.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
They're putting the pressure on. Szynski's coming in. He's going to go right down the middle. And it looks like Brady Anderson's going to get a foul on Schmidt, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Anderson's 3rd foul. Schmidt's missed, I think, a couple. Puts it up, rolls another one off. Missed the first one of the last time. Anderson will go out for the last 57 seconds. In comes Zach Mikkinen, who's given him some good time and some good rebounding strength. Off the front, and he gets the roll just like the last time. He now has 8 points. Kaiser with the ball, going right. Diner with the ball. Kicks it on to the corner to Sampson. Sampson's going to come around the corner, and he's going to turn and shoot. And it rolls in and out.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Ball comes up. Slama over to Szynski. Szynski down to Chuka, or nope, Rothschild. Slama's going to put his head down and drive in. And it looks like Riley Dinert's going to pick up a foul, and Slama will go to the line. That is Dinert's 3rd foul, and the team 5th. So, Slama's missed a couple of them. Not the smoothest of free throw shoots. Puts the ball a little bit behind his head. And it's more of a toss at the basket rather than a shot. That was a better one. He now has 8 points. Sampson gets the ball up past half court. 20 seconds. They'll wait. They'll get down to 10 seconds. They'll balance the floor out.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And the ball will go off Slama's foot with 7 seconds. Colby Kaiser will be taking the ball out of bounds. Out of the box. Weston Tobin ball, 6 seconds left. Tipped out of bounds by Szynski.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Sampson with the ball. He's going to drive down the middle. Tobin kicks it out to Tobin. Bounces it off the back of the rim and it goes out of bounds. And that'll end the third quarter. Cavaliers 38, Titans 34. So we have Kobe Kaiser now with 8 points. Colton Tobin still has 8. Sampson has 5. Weston Tobin has 2. Riley Deinert has three-pointers. He's got 6. Reed Russ has got 4. Brady Anderson's got 2. We've got 3 players in foul with 3 fouls. Deinert, Russ, and Anderson. Down on the Cavaliers side, Kozak has 2. Szynski's got 6 now. Christian Euchre's got 8. Chuka's got 2. Rothschild has got 2. Schmidt's got 8. And Slama's got 8. For the fouls, Euchre's got 3. I think Josh Schmidt has 2. Everybody else just has 1. So Cavaliers in good shape as far as fouls. So we get the ball at the start of the fourth quarter. Sampson gets the ball out to Deinert, closely guarded by Kozak. Ball goes into Anderson. And Deinert weaves through. Rebound by Kozak. Euchre gets the ball and swinging it around, and he gets a travel out front. Is Kozak turns it over, Titan ball. Starting to see a few more turnovers by the Cavaliers. So we'll see if that balances out and Titans can make a run. Weston Tobin up with the left hand, and he's going to get a foul. Looks like that's on number 12, Josh Schmidt. It is. It's his third foul. Team third. Weston Tobin set to the line to shoot 2. Nice left-handed attempt at a layup. Nice drive. Hits the back of the rim. This would be a point where I'd be telling them finish on their toes and make sure they stay extended to the basket. There you go. On his toes, hits the shot. He now has 3 points. Front court pressure by the Titans. Oh, and Weston Tobin comes up and is able to get it, but it goes off of his leg. Szynski dribbled it up, and Tobin came up from behind and stole it. Old UCLA pattern. Having trouble getting the ball in. Schmidt with the ball. Kicks it out to Szynski. He pushes off with one hand. Down in the corner. Back out to Slama. 16 seconds. Szynski goes up. Rothschild guarded by Sampson. Loss of player. Looks like Schmidt gets another 2. They not switching off on their defense, giving up his buckets. 5-point lead now for the Cavaliers. Deinert dribbles in, gets 2. Going aggressive to the board. He's got 8 points now. Sampson tips the ball out. Going to switch a little speed and bring Reed Russ in. He's got 3 fouls. They're going to run it down. Sampson got his hand on that. Slama. Slama's going to put the ball up. And he hits over Sampson. He now has 10 points.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Ball over to Tobin. Tobin to Deinert. Back around. He's going to drive until they figure out a way to stop him. I know Riley Deinert will continue to go to the basket. He's now got 10 points. And I think he now just became the leading scorer for the Titans. So with 5:47, it's a 3-point lead for the Cavaliers, 42-39.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So when you look down the Titans thing, you don't see, most of the games that they've lost are either 10 or less points. And a lot of those were losses that were away from home. So
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So we're set to get back. Ball comes into Slama. Slama coming up court, chased by Sampson. Ball intercepted by Anderson, gets it off to Deinert. Sampson with the ball, he's going to turn. And Kobe Kaiser hits his third three. He now has 11 points. Ball comes up scored to Schmidt. Schmidt to Slama, doesn't get the roll, and the call goes out. Even though I thought it was tipped by Euchre there, got his hand in there, they're going to call white ball, or blue ball. In and off come the Tobin boys, come back in. Off goes Reed Russ and Riley Deinert. Tie score, 42-42. Ball kicked out. And Brady Anderson with another block. Kept his feet, didn't go up with it, waited for the ball to be exposed and knocked it out. So Slama going to put the ball in. Throws it all the way out to Schmidt. Schmidt guarded by Anderson. Sampson comes over and helps out. And, they call a jump ball. One guy has his arms on his arm, and it'll be Cavalier ball. You kind of wonder sometimes what they see.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So Sampson goes off the floor. In comes Deinert. Ball comes down. Colton Tobin makes a play for the ball. Ball comes into Euchre. They got about 10 seconds in there. So foul is going to be number 23. Looks like Brady Anderson's fourth. Well, the line is number 5, Christian Euchre. I think he's missed the front end. Oh, no. Let's see. See if they're going to change that. Referee went back to the scorer's table, but Euchre up to the shot and bounces off the front of the rim and bounces the back of the rim and rolls back out.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Puts up the second one. Ball comes back out off the front of the rim. Colton Tobin will bring it up. Gives it off to Kaiser. Kaiser down to Weston Tobin. He'll bring it out to the point. Deinert hand it off. Deinert will turn the corner. And he'll go in and he'll get another bucket. He has 12 points now. Leads the scorers for the Titans.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And they're going to get Brady Anderson for his 5th foul, I think. Oh, maybe not. Calls on number 15. Okay. So it's Colby Kaiser that gets the foul. I think is what happened is the last time they called it on Colby.
This is a demonstration of
And
Wirecast.
they put it down as, instead of doing the whole thing. So Kaczynski's shot goes off. Deinert with the rebound. He's going to gets it over to Sampson. Sampson's going to bring it up. He's on the run. And he's going to lay it up. It goes off the back of the rim. No bucket. Sampson's going to apply the pressure on Slama. And kicks it over to Kuchar. Over to Schmidt. Schmidt down to Slama.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Szynski and Euchre, and who's been in the lane all day. When they start their drive, the other player comes in from the one side and is there until the cows come home. But if the referee's watching the action and not their area, that's what happens. Guys can spend 5, 6, 7 seconds in the lane. Riley Deinert will go, number 5.
This is a demonstration of
Christian
Wirecast.
Euchre, his 4th foul. Deinert will go to the line to shoot 2. And he gets the first one. 13 points. Out of the game goes Euchre. Into the game comes Bo Rothschild. And Deinert hits 2. 46-42 now in favor of the Titans. There.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And him. And Rothschild gets 2. 46-44. Favor of the Titans. They're back to their weave. Sampson with the ball. He hands it off to Tobin. Off to Weston Tobin. To Riley Deinert. Back to Weston Tobin.
This is a demonstration
And ball tipped out of bounds by Schmidt. 9 seconds. Ball comes out to Sampson at the point. Kaiser was unable to handle the pass. 2 seconds. I'm not quite sure what they called
This
or
is
who
a
signaled it.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Oh, and there's a foul. They had it. Schmidt commits the foul. It'll be his 4th foul. Now they've got a couple players in foul trouble. Sends Weston Tobin to the line. Weston's got 3 points. Now he's got 4.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Like I say, he stands up, reaches with his toes. Pretty good free throw shooter. And he gets a second. Titans have been tough towards the end of the game. Out comes Weston. In comes Reed Russ. Reed Russ has got 3 fouls. So offense for defense. And Colton Tobin hustles, tips the ball out. Pass intended for Slama over in the corner. I kind of wondered. I thought he was the last one to touch it. I didn't think that Colton Tobin had gotten to it, but, can't argue with him. Go. Sampson with the ball, guarded by Slama. Ball over to Deinert. Deinert comes around, and he misses the layup. Reed Russ gets the rebound.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
A lot of hands. This official doesn't like to call it either. A lot of contact, but Russ will come out. Tobin will come back in. A little bit quicker, a little more experience on playing the Sampson guarding Trapped inside. Weston Tobin with the ball. Gets it out to Sampson. Sampson's going to turn the corner.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And Dinert's going to put it up. Hits it off the front of the rim. He gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. 50 to 6-point lead. And timeout on the floor. Full timeout called by the Bonham coach, Jason Heim, talking over with 2 minutes left.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Full timeout. We've got a little bit of a camera change right now, so if we don't see something, it should momentarily come back on. Batteries run out. We got to put something new back in. So the Cavaliers have struggled a little bit here with Titans press, and then they're missing some easy bunnies underneath.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So we'll see who comes out. Kaiser, Dinert, Sampson, Tobin, and Tobin. So they must still be in the press. And we'll see who comes out. Looks like Rothschild, Slama, Szynski, Chuka, and Schmidt. So here we go for the last 2 minutes. Chuka sets to inbound the ball. Szynski trying to get it in, throws it up. Sampson just over his hands. They're going to run the floor, and he's blocking and holding his arms out, which I've always wondered, how is that not a hold? And Kaiser will pick up the foul. Schmidt will go to the line. A smart foul. He didn't let him get the shot up and off. So Kaiser should have 2 fouls. That's what he does, and that's the Titans' 8th foul. And the Cavalier free throw woes continue. So he's set to shoot his second one. Schmidt's shot is up, not, and Riley Dinert runs it down. Over to Kaiser and see if he, nope, hot hand does not continue. But it was an open shot. Little help on defense. And Slama, Sampson's going to pick up the foul.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Sampson with his second foul of the game, team 9th. After this, every time there's a foul, it'll be 2 shots for the Cavaliers. And like I say, his shot isn't the same both times. He does it one way one time, and they'll see if he keeps his elbow in. That one's a little bit better as he flips his wrist and he gets the point. Ball to Kaiser. Kaiser's going to dribble up, throw it over. And Szynski, so it comes to the ball gets up to Sampson. Sampson's going to have it. Oh, and they get a turnover. And a timeout on the floor called by Denning. We'll see what he calls. Full timeout called by Denning. Nobody's sitting down, though.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
That's his second timeout of the game with 56.8 seconds. Titans get a little lazy on passes and moving. They're just going to a spot and standing still. They need to make a cut, set a pick for somebody, do something different than what they're doing. So
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So with 56 seconds left, we've got ourselves a whale of a game, like I say. Titans have been in some close ones this year. They came back in overtime to beat Gregory earlier in the year and seemed to have it more so in the second half. They play a lot better ball. A little bit. For a second there, I thought they only had 4 players on the floor. So, Tobin, Deinert, Sampson. Ball comes back to Sampson. Ball to Deinert, back to Sampson. They're going to jump, try and trap. And no reach. So with 31 seconds left. Oh, I guess there was no timeout called. So everybody hustles back onto the floor. Ball inbounded. Looks like Slama with the ball. He's going to shoot a three-pointer. Bounces off. Weston Tobin with the rebound. And Slama is going to get the putback as Tobin, I thought, got pushed from behind. But the referee was on this side, so it should have been the weak side official that should have made that call. But apparently there was no contact. So with 20.2 seconds, it'll be a Titan ball. 1 second or 1 point separates the two teams. Not that I'm biased, but I'm not a fan of the three official as they don't seem to close. They get to an area and they call it from that area. It used to be called when there was 2 officials. We closed to the where the ball was going to be or where the action was, so you could see if there was separation and contact and underneath. And now they don't change unless the ball swings across the midline at midcourt. So. And we sent in by the ball. Weston Tobin gonna run.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And foul on the play. And that'll send, I think, Christian Euchre off the floor. So with 15 seconds and a 1 point lead, Titans have the ball. And the reach in. And it goes off of Shazinski's hand. Or no, Kozak's hand. And now there's a timeout, 11.2 seconds. Ooh, it's getting good. Full timeout called by the Titans. Colby Kaiser will be coming back into the game. Coach Deinert wants to settle the troops down.
Of Wirecast.
A lot of pushing, a lot of denying going on. I don't know what constitutes a foul anymore when a player tries to go set a pick and can't even get by because the player is leaning on him. So, if the Cavaliers foul, it'll be their 7th foul, and that'll put us into the bonus. So, coming back onto the floor is going to be Kozak, Chuka, Schmidt. Nope, take that back. Rothschild and Szynski. So, Diner gets the ball, gets it up to, and number 10, Chuka comes up. It's his first foul. They don't have anybody in real foul trouble except for Josh Schmidt. He's got 4 fouls. Kobe Kaiser comes off the floor as Riley Deinert will go to shoot. And the ball comes off. 7 seconds. They got to press the ball. And he makes it with a half a second. So the Titans go down with a last second shot by Szynski. And they lose a heartbreaker, 51-49. Or 50-49, sorry. Cavaliers get out with the skin of their teeth. Colton Tobin entered the game with 8 points. Nolan Sampson had 5. Weston Tobin had 5. Riley Deinert had 16. Reed Russ had 4. And Brady Anderson had 2. Caden Kozak had 2. Szynski had 8. Euchre had 8.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Chuka had 2. Bo Rothschild had 4. Josh Schmidt ended the game with 10. And Schlama ended with 13. And the next game, I believe, will be against Mitchell Christian this Saturday here at Plankington. Let me double check. Yep, and then Parkston should be on the 15th. Nope, Parkston will be in Mount Vernon this Friday. That'll be the next game. And then the makeup game will be on the 16th against Mitchell Christian. So I believe Friday night will be parents' night, as it's for the seniors, for the boys. So from Dylan Fink, Lucy Overwig, and Darian Lewis,
Demonstration of Wirecast.
we thank you for watching the broadcast here from Dave Grody, Pat Phillips Gymnasium. Thank you and good night.
This